Yeah, it's a huge achievement. I think that I'd be lying to myself if I didn't want the 3 golds. I think after Gold Coast and winning 3 golds there, I would have loved to have come here and replicated that in front of a home crowd. But a brilliant performance on 1 metre, an outstanding first competition first Commonwealth Games for Anthony and me in the synchro, 2 golds from that. 3 would have made it perfect, but a bronze medal is still a huge achievement, and especially after everything that I overcame from the prelims as well. 2 golds and a bronze is amazing. Yeah, of course. I think that ordinarily maybe I would be slightly disappointed with that performance, but in comparison to how the morning went and the fact that I managed to turn it around from how disastrous that morning was to be able to actually be in contention for even winning at one point. I was on track to win. I dropped my 5th dive, unfortunately, but I think that everything that I managed to overcome and everything that I managed to set aside from the morning to put myself in a position to go out there and be on that podium was just a massive achievement for me and something that I'm really, really proud of. It's very emotionally draining. I think that winning a gold medal is obviously fantastic, but doing it in front of a home crowd, it adds that little bit more sweetness to it, and the emotional side is quite taxing. I think that I really struggled to sleep after my first gold medal, because of the excitement that I felt, and that basically just carried through the week. It's a really tough schedule, 3 days on the trot, and 3 big events. They're all very difficult disciplines, and the dives that I'm doing are some of the hardest in the world, so it is a very difficult schedule. But I'm really, really happy with how I've managed it. The added pressure of the crowd, but the also added emotion and everything of just coming to a home games has been very draining, but I'm really, really happy with how I've gone. I've just got to reset now and get ready for the European Championships. I mean, it's a huge achievement for both of us. Anthony's been training with us for quite a long time, and I've seen over the years how much effort he's put in. It's a very, very packed event. Men's 3 metre in Team GB is one of the strongest in the world. And if you take me out of it, you've got Dan. If you take Dan out of it, you've got Jordan. If you take Jordan out of it, you've got James, And there's a very, very long pecking order, and unfortunately Anthony never managed to get to the very, very top of that. But what Anthony's skills that he possesses are the skills that are required for the synchro diving, so the forward and inward and the twisting skills, and he's fantastic at them. And after Tokyo, I knew that it was time for a change-up, and I knew that there was only one person for the job. And Anthony will sit here and thank me for the opportunity, but he should thank himself actually for how hard he's worked and how difficult it's been for him, but he's never given up. And I think that tenacity that he's shown is fantastic, and I think that now he's so excited to be on that world stage, that adds a little bit more pleasure to my sport as well, because I've been doing it for a long time. A World Championships is just another competition for me, but for him, he was so excited to be there at Commonwealth Games. He's so excited to get competing in front of a home crowd, and that little bit of added fuel to my fire is just it's that perfect little thing that I need right now in my career to keep me going and keep me motivated for the next Olympic Games. Well, I mean, if I can keep myself together in both mental and physical aspects, I'd love to be able to go and compete at the Olympics in Paris. After that, I've got plans that I'd like to do 5 of each, 5 Commonwealth Games, 5 Olympics. So that would mean going on to LA. And I think if I were to go that far, I'd probably maybe strip it down and just do the synchro, so I can take a little bit of training out and I can start focusing on what my later life's going to look like. But I've got this dream that I'd like to do 5 of each, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to make that dream come true.